Hello everyone, so I'm making rather good progress regarding the project where I'm connecting a wood-fired boiler into the central heating circuit on a Combi boiler. So this is a heat exchanger here. What I'm currently doing is plumbing in the Combi boiler's central heating circuit, which is on this side of the heat exchanger. And I'm quite surprised at how neat and tidy I managed to get the pipe work. Normally the stuff I do is just horrible and messy, but this has turned out really good. I'm just on to the sort of really difficult part. So this is the most difficult part, where the pipes come up from the heat exchanger. So this is a pipe I want to tap into here. So what will have to happen is I've shut off all the radiators on both sides, so that the water doesn't come out of them. This has also got one of those Magna Clean things, so I've shut off both the valves on that. And what we'll have to do is just drill a small hole just right through the pipe and then let all the water drain out of it slowly until there's nothing. And then cut it. And then just basically plumb in these pipes here, so they'll come round there. So this heat exchanger's on the return side of the central heating, so that if there's wood burning, that's going to give extra heat. So it just means that the boiler won't burn gas, because I'll just set the central heating temperature on the boiler quite low, and the wood burning boiler will basically do the rest. So that's where I'm up to just now. I would have had it finished today, but my friends have literally just sent me a message just now, and I'm basically going to be rushing to Edinburgh to see what a social distance sesh is going to be like. So I don't think it will be particularly fantastic, really. But anyway, as for this side of things, I've still to put a circulation pump in here, and I'm not sure, but I think circulation pumps always have to be sitting horizontally. I don't think you can have them sitting vertically, where the inlet's coming out the bottom and coming out the top, or the other way around. If anyone could give any confirmation of that, that would be much appreciated. But because it would be more convenient just to mount the pump sort of vertically there, and then it'll just be on the wood burner side of the circuit. So yeah, that's where we're at, and I should hopefully have another video uploaded about this tomorrow, where I actually pressurise this from the boiler and then just run it at full temperature just to test it. I suppose I'll also talk about these fittings. I got loads of them for £30. It was the cheapest way, and the ones that I don't use I'll just sell. They're basically these tap fittings, and normally they extend a little bit further from this copper flange, but I had to cut the little extension off and then sand it flat. And then what I'm doing is using liquid PTFE stuff and putting that on them. And also some of them come with a sort of seal on them. It's not made of rubber, I don't know what it's made out of, just some sort of brown material. But I'd imagine it's going to seal really well. As you can see, that's just how I've mounted this.
This is my wall, right?
Yeah.
Black mould all the way fucking down it. They drilled back to the piping due to technically you should have took the shower off before you took the fucking pipe, the fucking wall off. And then you drilled down to the, see where the fucking leak is. To find out all this is soldered completely to the joint, and you can't fucking do anything for it other than saw off, turn the mains off, and then completely rebuild all of this.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Because the reason I've done it like that is with threaded connections, so you can actually take it off and flush that heat exchanger if it gets filled with crap, you know.
Sean, I'm telling you, your knowledge is fucking.
Because the main water cut off to this house is actually behind the drawers, eh? But you can, but
How am I getting this pint? That's the real question.
Sorry.
Hi everyone, so it's the next day, so I'm a little bit hungover and depressed, but I've just finished plumbing in that heat exchanger, and pretty happy with the with the pipe work, so it's now time to fill it with water. So the way you fill this system is, so when you pull that green tab, the water is going to flow in and through the heat exchanger in the boiler, out that pipe. So it's going to go through all the radiators and it's going to come back this way down into the heat exchanger. And then I'm probably, just to let all the air come out, I'm just going to open the lid on this. But bear in mind that this side is shut off. I've had this shut off all the time while I've done the work, so no air has actually managed to get into the boiler. So I reckon what I'll do is, I've never actually opened this, so I don't really know what's inside it. And just a big magnet. It's actually got crap stuck to it already, actually. That's what's inside a MagnaClean. So I reckon what I could do is just slowly let the system fill up, let all the air bubble out here. And once that's sort of half full with water, I'll just chuck the lid back on it. So what I'm going to have to do is open up the other sides of all the radiators as well, so that the water can come back through. So yeah, in regards to the radiators, they were all shut off on both sides just so that the pressure of the water in the radiators didn't come back through the pipe when I was cutting it to put it in the heat exchanger. Probably only about a litre of water came out the pipe in total, so probably going to hear a little rush of water as I open up all these. Shouldn't be much. No, can't really hear anything. Yeah, that's the pressurised side of the boiler. So we'll probably notice it when I did that. Well, as I keep on doing that, I might drop the pressure. So I'll just continue doing that, and we'll get this bled. All the radiators are now fully open on both sides, so the only thing stopping the water from coming back through into this container is this valve here. So I'm going to very slowly and carefully open it and let the air bleed through the heat exchanger. So we'll probably also have to let the boiler bleed itself. I was reading somewhere in the instruction manual that when the boiler is powered up, you have to, I think, turn both knobs a quarter turn quickly to put it into bleed mode. I don't know if I'll need to do that, but we'll see anyway. So often forget what way you turn this. Right, this side of the boiler here is also closed, so I'm going to open that now. Right, so that's the heat exchanger now pressurised, so check it for leaks. So all seems good at the moment. I don't even think it's properly full of water anyway, so I'll just continue the bleeding exercise until it's all done. Right, so I'm just going to slowly, I still keep forgetting what way to turn that. You turn each one a different way, so yeah, so there's hardly any pressure in the system now, so basically what I'm going to have to do is fill it. Right, here we go. Okay, yeah, so I just had to quickly put the lid on there because the water was rising quite quickly. So now basically just to try and get all the air out of it. So there's nothing much I can really do now to get any more air out of it, apart from just open this up to the boiler. Just let it all come through and then put the boiler into bleed mode. Now, it's probably going to be different for every single boiler, so I'm not really going to do a tutorial on it. Yeah, you can hear that there's obviously quite a bit of air in the system now, so I'm just going to go around bleeding the radiators and getting the air out, and I'll run the central heating at full temperature, just make sure everything's fine, and then we'll just leave it at that just now.